Hey, what's happening? Trader Tim from EminiMind here. I want to walk through my trades from the week. It's Thursday, and a lot of 1 minute trades, so I want to run through those. I did have a retracement trade on Tuesday during the live session. I can run through in a couple of 15 minutes as well. So let's go. Let's do the halfway back trade just because it's just one of them, and so that was Tuesday, the 6th. Otherwise, it's been kind of a quiet week for retracements. And the Tuesday one we had, that was at the full halfway back of the day, if I recall, right here. No, right here, right at this inverted hammer here. And so that setup, what I like to do is wait for the larger retracement to touch. So the 50% retracement, I draw it up on the left chart, the larger time frame, the 5 minute, full halfway back of the day, high to low, and then I come to the 512 tick chart to actually place the order. So this was a perfect textbook setup. Came up to the 50%, broke the swing low here, and so I draw the 512 retracement, take the short, and then I just trailed that one, trailed the next, let's see, that one, trailed the next 61.8 like this, and that was, got a 3-point first target, moved my stop to plus 1 point above the 61.8 here, and that's where I got taken out. So this wasn't a very big trade, but textbook setup. And what's most important about your trades when you're looking, like when you're reviewing your trades, is did the entry setup meet your criteria, and did you manage the trade properly? Like every trade, I start by, I draw up the retracement, get in the trade, then I draw up the next retracement, trail the 61.8, and kind of follow the same process. So once the trades really get going, like if we really dive off a cliff and my stop is getting pretty far away from where price is, I'll sometimes come in and trail each candle just to lock in profit. You know, I don't want my stop 10 points away from where price is. So that's a way to kind of bring my stop down. But you want to assess, don't assess rather, was the trade good or bad based on the outcome? Like there's a lot of times, you know, a losing trade had a great setup. It could have had the exact same setup, and I could have been stopped out. So base your quality of your trades not based on the outcome, but did you adhere to the criteria and follow the trade rules and the setup and that kind of thing. So that was really the only retracement trade. 15-minute wise, let's see here. Monday was a 15-minute winner. We'll go to the 5th. That was Monday, so 15-minute opening range breakout. That sold off nicely for plus 20 points. Tuesday, I was stopped out and on the up direction, and then the short. So the first move on Tuesday was up. That quickly reversed, and then I was. Then what I do is I take the opposite direction if the first direction stops me out. So that one traded down, and then we just kind of traded down just below the first 15-minute bar for most of the day, and so I just closed that out for a 4-point winner just near the close. So what I will do is if I'm still in the trade and it didn't hit its target and I'm approaching the last hour of the day, I'll just close it out at that last hour mark, like an hour before the close is what I mean there. Wednesday was another one of those situations where we broke the low and then turned around. So that first breakdown was, that one stopped me out, and then the break above ended up getting its 20 points right about the hour before the close mark. So got plus 20 points on that one. And let's go to 1 minute, and we'll try to run through all of these if I can. We're going to go back on the chart, and I might as well just make this bigger so you can see it a little better. So Monday, the 5th, that was here. You notice I've added this this moving average here. This is the 21 period moving average. Not sure if I'm going to keep it, but I made the point to at least put it on the chart and look at it for a couple of weeks here. The first one was the big winner, and that was 7:48. So these are all East Pacific time. 7:48 was this inverted hammer, and shorted one tick below that, and then my stop is one tick above that, and then I switched to trailing swings as of this week. So we've been talking about that in the Tuesday live session. You know, trailing each bar versus trailing, if you're short, the swing highs on the way down. And so that's what I did on this one, and really all the trades from this week. It's actually a little bit harder to see on the big chart here, so I'm going to minimize this a little bit. I like the way that this looks as far as the scale on the y-axis. So short one tick below, and then just left my stop alone. We got this bounce, rolled over, and this one just took off for like 20 points. And so on the way down, every time we get these bounces, I'm just taking my stop from the initial stop and then trailing the swing highs, and that one went, the exit was 47.75, so trailing down all the way to, I think actually this bar. So what happened here, when we start rolling over, we bounce, we roll over, we bounce, we got 4 consecutive red bars in a row. And so at that point, I will bring my stop above. I'll start trailing my stop after that 4th consecutive down bar. And so trailed it to there, and then trailed the next bar, and then that's the bar that took me out. And so that was the stop progression. Start by trailing the swing highs, then after the 4 consecutive red bars, start trailing each bar, and then that's what took me out there. Next one was actually that was I did a reversal then on this bar because it ended up being a hammer, and took that long, and that one ended up minus 1 point. I think rallied, pulled back here, and then that's where it took me out underneath this bar after coming up and making the little double top. And then 826. That was, yeah, this one, another reversal on the, I don't always reverse, but this one was coming up to that 21 moving average, so shorted that one, and that one ended up with a stop above highs here. And so by leaving the stop alone, you get through the sideways choppy stuff, and with the ES especially, you want to be very patient at the start of the trade so you can get through that choppy, sideways action the first 7-8 minutes. And then we rolled over, and then here again we got another 4 bar, 1 2 3 4 bars down. So I just came in and started trailing my stop above that 4th bar. The next bar was an inside bar, so nothing to do there. And then we got this happened to be a hammer again, but bar that made a new low, and that's where I got taken out of that one. So that one was 6 points. And then 845 was this bullish engulfing pattern here. I took that one as well, and we came up, we pulled back. This one, just looking at my notes here, 41.25. I believe this one, I think, yeah, here. We came up and pulled back. Why did I have a 41.75 underneath? I believe I had my stop underneath this bar here, this inverted hammer at the 21 EMA, right under here, 41.75. It should have been a 42.25. I think it was somewhere around here, if my memory serves me correctly. I have written down 41.75. I may have mistyped that in my log, but it was somewhere around this area as we came up to the resistance point. And then let's go to Tuesday. Had 3. Tuesday didn't get as much traction. I took a couple longs. That live session is in the recording's in the live session log in the dashboard. But this hammer here, and then the 803 hammer, as well as the 814, which was down here. So these first two didn't really get much follow through. We rallied and then we rolled over, so was stopped on those first two. But then this third one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 bars of up in a row, and so I just put my stop underneath there. So switch to essentially trailing each bar after you get the four bar rally, and so I got 4 points on that run up there. And then going to Wednesday, that was first one was 756, and that was a long. This was a beautiful double bottom here. Not perfect double bottom, but notice how this low, see how the tail sticks down a little bit below the low? That's really nice when it does that. So then the body is kind of closer to the prior low. And then we rallied, pulled back. This leg up is where we started to get like 4 green bars in a row. And so when we're going kind of parabolic like that, just coming in and trailing your stop. And that's what I did there, and ended up trailing it all the way to this point. So I didn't catch the entire move, but it was like almost 12 points on the first leg up, and this little bit of a shakeout. You could re-enter above a candle like that, or even over here on another hammer and get back in, but that was a pretty nice quick run up. And then I took another one at 44, this inverted hammer. I think I had drawn up a retracement short like that. Took the inverted hammer. That one stopped me out for 2 3/4 points, but still a good day with just those 2 trades. And then today, had 2 from this morning, and those were 737. That very first one here, inverted hammer, sold off. Kind of bounced, rolled back over, and this one kind of saw it as the move down. We had a very small range today. Even like the first 15-minute bar encompassed the first 30 minutes, and it was still only like it's barely 8 points. So this one had a move down. Let's see here, 1075. Yeah, above this hammer here. Not a terribly big move down, but we came up this morning, filled the gap. Yesterday's close. There was no 15-minute trade today because we filled the gap. Put in this inverted hammer, sold below the low, and then just wrote it down to kind of this other end. This when we got the inverted hammer down here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 bars. Not super bearish on the 4 new lows. They weren't 4 big red bars, but it was kind of a break and sell off right from the initial move. And that's kind of the main gist of trailing the stop. If you get in a trade and it immediately starts to tank, then great. You're in that momentum and you can get more aggressive. But what most often happens is you get in a trade and it takes some time to get moving. So that's why being patient at the start is kind of the default, if you will. And then the second one was 808 short. That was, where is that here? Oh, this little double top here. We had this candle, some opposing tails, and then another kind of double top right here. And so that was a inverted hammer, and shorted that one. That one didn't get much movement. It rolled over, and what is the exit point? 12. Oh yeah, so this one rolled over. I let it come back, and then it rolled over again. Got a sharper move down, and then we bounced, rolled over again. I put my stop above this inverted hammer, 1 tick above, and that was the 50-12. And so that net wasn't very big between there and here. Was just under a point. So nothing super big on that one. And today, that first one was 3 points, and then 3/4 of a point in that one. But overall, really good week. A couple bigger moves in there, and then 6-pointer, 4-pointer. Those all add up. So pretty happy with the way the the 1-minute trades are working out, especially when, and it's a week like this where the 512s have been really slow. So we're hanging out up here near highs. We'll see what happens next week. Pretty much just up and away, and there's no stopping this thing. So hope you have a great weekend. If you have questions, you can drop them in the comments, and I'll talk to you all soon.